Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here, yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. This is I don't know, triple pull-off. I was trying to come up with a name for this one, and I think that probably fits pretty well. It might be a little bit weird here, but... Okay, so what I've got here is open G tuning. That's your A string tune down to G, and your D string tune normal to D, and your 3rd string G from a regular 6-string guitar. So G, D, G. This has become somewhat of the default tuning for a 3-string cigar box guitar. So what I'm doing here is some pull-offs, and I'm using a pentatonic scale. I'm only using the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. I'm using my fingers. I never use a pick, so this is a finger picking exercise, I guess you would say. I suppose you could do it with a pick, but I use my fingers on these 3 stringers. So I'm using my thumb and my 1st finger on this hand. So we start out with the middle string, and we're going to hammer and pull, which means we're going to do a hammer on and then a pull off immediately after that. So I'm starting with my thumb on the 2nd string, open string. I'm hammering from 0 to 3 to 5. Then I'm going to go to the 1st string, 3rd fret, using my 1st finger. So I'm alternating between thumb and 1st finger, sort of, kind of. Real slow. So notice how I'm doing a hammer and a pull on the 1st string. So this is a hammer on the 2nd string from 0 to 3 to 5. Now I'm going to pluck the 1st string open and do a hammer pull. So I'm going to go 0 to 3 to 5 to 3 to 0. Notice how I'm playing that last note twice. But the 1st note is the open G, and the next note is the 2nd string, 5th fret, which is the same note. So it has a different timbre. Now you can't really see my 1st finger, but I'm alternating between the thumb and the 1st finger with this hand. Real slow. That's the whole thing. So we'll get to that 2nd half in a second. So far, that's what we have. That's the 1st half of it. Real slow. Now you may have noticed, sometimes I use my thumb, sometimes I use my 1st finger on this hand. Doesn't really matter. What I like about this lick is you've got 2 notes together, the open G and then this open G. So you've got your 1st string open, and then you've got this G note here on the 2nd string, 5th fret. Different timbre because it's a heavier string. All right, so that's the 1st half of it. So now we're going to add the 2nd part to it, so when we put it together, we end up with this. Real slow. So if you notice, I'm doing a lot of playing with one hand on this lick. Pretty much half of it is just hammering and pulling with that hand. Real slow. The second to last note is a slight bend. What I like about this lick, or at least one thing I like about it, is there's two notes back to back that are the same note, but they're played on different strings, so they have different timbres. I'll show you. Those two right there. Playing that second string 5th fret, which is a G. Then I'm playing the first string open, which is also a G. So this is a light gauge string, an unwound string, so it's a brighter tone. And this is the darker tone because it's a wound string. So it has a different kind of a sound to it. This is a good way to practice your pull-offs and strengthen your fingers over on this hand. So this is in the key of G minor because it's a G minor pentatonic. You're jumping around a little bit and you're playing some duplicate notes here, so it's not specifically in a pentatonic scale, but it is sort of. That's the best I can tell you. Because you're playing multiple notes duplicated within that scale. So it's not necessarily specifically a pentatonic scale, but it sort of is, if that makes any sense. So how would you use this in context? Let's just say you're doing a shuffle. I'm just kind of jamming here, and I'm playing all 3 strings at once. So I'm playing the top 2 strings, and I'm using my first 2 fingers there, and I'm using my thumb on the 3rd string. Have fun with that. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one in my 20th year, over 4,000 sold. And we'll see you next time.